Yes, welcome to a brand new weekly reading. Rissa Vibes here, aka Readings by Rissa. Super excited to connect with you as always. Today is a brand new Sunday, and this is an experience for us to tap into source, into our intuition, connect with the energy of the week to come, and to really feel into how to navigate it best with grace. So as you join here today, let me know where you're joining from, let me know how you're doing, and let me know how that full moon in Leo felt for you all towards the end of this week. It was on Thursday and Friday. The energy was peaked during those days. So let me know how that felt. And if you didn't get a chance to watch last week's reading about the Leo full moon and the energy of last week, make sure to check that out as well, because we are going to be integrating a lot of that energy this week. So it'll be important for you to really know what kind of energy we dealt with last week so you can integrate it even deeper. All right, so this week I'm super excited because we're entering a brand new month. We're entering the second month of 2021 already. Time is going by so fast, it's crazy. It always does right around this time of year. So this is really our opportunity to take the next step into the new year. So today, of course, 1/31/2021, and we're covering this day until 2/7/2021, February 7th, okay? So before we get into this week's energy, of course, I always like to start with a little review of last week's energy and the cards that I pulled. So let's start with that, and let me know how all of you are doing as you join here today. Let me know how you're doing in the chats, and let's keep this vibe going. So last week I pulled the Lover's card in the beginning of the week, and this is really this energy of connecting to the loving relationships in your life and deepening those and really starting to understand your relationship with love and how you can use the power of love to propel you last week. Then in the middle of the week, we had the Stand Your Ground card, and this was all about really standing firm in what you know is your true self and your true essence, and really allowing yourself to honor your true values and your morals, your values, okay? And then the end of the week was the Sorrow card, and this was about really overcoming sorrow by investigating what the things were that were causing sorrow so that you can start to reverse the effects of that and start to recognize how you can redirect your energy into a more positive light. Then for the full moon in Leo card, I pulled the card Home, and that was really honoring this energy of your own self and your own protection, your own safety, your own security. The root chakra energy really strong last week as well. We had some inner child healing messages about last week as well. So really honoring this energy of returning home and understanding what home means to you and to heal anything that's there, okay? So now that we know how last week went, let's go ahead and jump right into this week. And I want to start this week by talking about the cards that I pulled in the annual card reading. That was the card reading that I did on the first day of 2021, January 1st, 2021. And I pulled a card for every single month of the year to feel into the energy that we would be dealing with every single month. And so the January card, if you remember, was Truth and Integrity. And we've been talking about... Oops. Sorry, guys. Just freaking out. So if you remember... Sorry, guys. Gio says hi, by the way. So if you remember, that first card was Truth and Integrity. And it was all about really stepping into our truth, understanding what our truth is, understanding what we feel true in our hearts, and understanding how we can stand in that truth and follow through with it with the integrity, okay? So we're stepping out of that energy, but we're holding it with us, we're keeping it with us, and we're moving into February. And February is the wisdom card, okay? So now we're stepping into more of a wise perspective from the truth and integrity that we saw in January 2021, okay? So we want to keep that idea and that theme going in this understanding as we progress throughout this month and as we step into the rest of the year in all of the messages each month carries. So make sure to check out that annual reading as well if you haven't had a chance to check it, and continue to revisit it every month, because there's things in there that will come up over time, repeatedly, every single time you check in and every single time you experience the energy each month, okay? All right, so let's go ahead and get into the actual spirit messages for this week. These are the messages that I get from my intuition, downloads, meditations, the readings that I do for my clients, and the readings that I do for the Mass Collective. And so the first spirit message is a big one, okay? We are stepping onto a launching pad and we are already on it. We are ready to take off. And this is such a powerful energy. What I was getting most when I was meditating about this morning was that it's kind of like a rocket ship. It's really this bubbling up of energy. And when it's time to blast off, we have this fiery kind of burst of energy, explosion that catapults us into the next level. And a lot of that fiery energy is that fiery energy of the Leo full moon that we felt last week that's going to continue to build. We also have a ton of planets in Aquarius. So we're going to talk about that. We're also in Aquarius season, so we have a lot of innovative energy to help us catapult into the next level of our life, creatively, in our purpose and passion, in our relationships, all sorts of ways, okay? So we're really ready for takeoff, and this is a beautiful energy. And so I want you to feel into the ways in which you want to level up and start to feel into the passion and fire that you have to get you there, and start to use that fire, start to use that energy, build it, accumulate it, cultivate more of it, and allow it to have a general direction towards that goal, where you're starting to use that energy to take each step closer to that goal. And you're starting to feel the momentum build, because there is going to be a lot of breakthroughs that happen this week and a lot of opportunities to break through in new levels and new growth and new expansion. And so we want to be able to see that. And when we see those opportunities, we want to be ready to catapult and take those opportunities and really blast off. So this is a really moving, quickly, very accelerated energy. This is an energy that is really, really fast and quick pace and efficient as well. So it may feel like a little overwhelming at times. It may even feel like it's moving super fast and you can't quite keep up. But use the breath, okay? The breath is your friend in regards to calming you down, slowing you down, syncing you with the experience and the vibrations of the experiences that you're having, and helping you tap into your intuition so that you can keep moving with that energy. You can keep blasting off. You can keep leveling up. You can keep stepping into new opportunities and expansion without feeling behind or feeling overwhelmed by it or feeling consumed by it in a negative way, okay? You want to be able to keep the pace, and you keep the pace by breathing deeply, staying conscious with your breath, and staying mindful with it every single day. This is a powerful Aquarius energy as well, because Aquarius is an air sign, and it also has an energy of water. It's the water bear. So we have a lot of this connection to cleansing with the breath. Water represents cleansing. It also represents emotions, and it can also represent meditation. And so when we think about that in regards to Aquarius season that we're in now, and the intensity of the Aquarius age that we're stepping into, we're starting to realize that if we use that air and water energy to meditate, to breathe, to pace ourselves through the fiery energies that we're feeling from Leo and all the other planets, especially Mercury retrograde that's starting today, it helps us get through all of the intense energies, okay? So use that and make that your friend. Now, the next spirit message really goes along with this in a big way as well. It's all about taming your mind. A lot of us are having a lot of mind connections and rapid mind activity, which is causing us to be very innovative, very intellectual, very Aquarian in that way. But sometimes it can cause some anxiety and some confusion and some chaos in the mind, some clutter in the mind. So we want to make sure that we're taming any clutter, we're clearing any clutter in our mind, we're making sure that we're studying what we're thinking about regularly, and making sure that that actually is useful to what our goals are and to that leveling up that we're experiencing and opening up to right now. And if it doesn't resonate with that, it's about making sure that you tame it, you clear it, you get rid of those thoughts, you redirect them, you find new perspectives, okay? So study yourself and study what your mind chatter looks like, and do what you need to do to get it in a good place, okay? Or to clear it all together. And we want to make sure we pause the mind. You know, even if it's positive mind clutter, in your times when you're really sitting down on your projects and creatively trying to get things to happen, creating blueprints for your plans for your next moves, that's great. But making sure that you shut that stuff off when you're relaxing, when you're taking time for yourself, when you're connecting with your loved ones, so that you can keep that balance and you're not overdoing it with all of that mind clutter. And again, connect with the breath for that. That's going to help cleanse the mind and pause the mind. How's everybody doing so far? Good to see everybody joining live. Hi, Hilaire. Hi, Marie. Hi, Candace. Hi, Leslie. Thank you so much for the super chat donation, Marie. So much love to you. All right, so let's keep going with this. The next message in the spirit message section is let there be love. And so this is a really powerful kind of mantra and also perspective that we can take on this week that will help us whenever we're feeling a little bit stressed or a little bit, out of our heart space or out of alignment, or, even overly mind, connected, overly mentally active. Anytime that we're feeling that, we want to just remind ourselves to let there be love, to move into our heart center, to use love as the powerful force it is to calm us down, to bring us patience, to bring us peace, and to shine love on our wounded selves as well. This was a big one that I was getting from my guides, that a lot of us are triggered in a lot of different ways right now because of so much mental chatter, because of so much activation of the Aquarian energy. We have 5 planets in Aquarius right now. And so with all of that, there's parts of us that are hyperactive. And because of that, some of the even darker shadow parts of ourselves, because we all know we're doing shadow work in 2021, some of those things are surfacing as well and getting a little chaotic. And so we want to make sure we send love to the wounded parts of us that may be acting out in response to that overactivity in the mind, okay? So send love to the wounded self, and also make sure you're cultivating love and cultivating it deliberately within yourself. So making sure you're meditating on what love feels like, what love you have in your life, what love you enjoy and feel every day, what love you experience in your own body and your own connection to yourself. Cultivate that love, cultivate that gratitude. Don't just expect it to show up. When you know you need it, make it show up, create it within yourself, remind yourself of the love that's already there and make that stronger within you. And that's going to help you have so much power to manifest and to feel free and to feel completely connected to your creative ability in this reality. So this is a powerful energy that we can do a lot with, okay? A lot. And this is going to lead us to more abundance. I highly recommend the book Money is Love. That is a book that I've been feeling really called to share with everybody. It's something that I read a while ago. I think I've talked about it before, even maybe a month or two ago. I think her name is Susan that's written it. It's actually right here. Oh, it's not Susan. I was totally wrong. Barbara Wilder. Money is Love. Okay, it's right here. This is what it looks like. So get this book. I just got my copy again because I couldn't find it for the longest time. So I just bought a new one. But that's going to help you also bring the love vibration into your abundance mentality. And that's also going to help you cultivate love for more prosperity this month and this week. Okay. So let's talk a little bit more about money. Good segue here. So we all know that the money systems have been shifting a lot and that we're seeing evidence of things breaking apart, energy breaking apart in systems and those kind of false idol systems that I was talking about towards the beginning of the month. And we're seeing these big shifts. These are kind of like the checks and balances that have been due over time. And we're recognizing that people have the power to combat scarcity or the illusion of scarcity, which can be created in systems like the stock market with the GameStop stuff and all of that happening over this week. And we're seeing this in a big way. And my guides were talking about how we spoke on the scarcity energy and how that was going to be something that we're going to see showing up more and more, where powers that be, bigger systems, bigger companies are going to create this illusion or even create actual scarcity that is going to put people in a lot of fear and make people feel very disempowered. So we talked a lot about that last week, and then this, stock market thing happened. And I think what was cool is that the power was given back to the people. The people took their power back, and they recognized that they could combat that scarcity that was created in the GameStop stock, and they put more money into it, and they received so much benefit from that. So this is really showing us our power. This is showing us our power on a mass collective side. And this is showing us that we don't have to succumb to any kind of controlled systems that are creating certain things. We can actually play that game too, and we can really take our power back. So notice how this shows up and continues to show up, because I think this was just a small glimpse of how this is going to continue to be present over the next several weeks and months. And learn about this stuff. I definitely don't know enough about it, but I'm learning, and I'm doing my best to learn quickly, because I think this stuff is super, super important right now. So do your research, take your time to learn about the stock market, about investments, about the money systems, because all of that stuff, even if you're not super interested in it, it will make a difference to know about that stuff. It's very relevant to this time we're in, okay? So educate yourself, study, study, study. It's super, super necessary. All right, the next message is about the new screens that are turning on. And when I'm talking about screens, I'm talking about your intuition. This has been something that people use as a reference for intuition and intuitive gifts when they start to activate many different intuitive gifts within themselves. And so it's kind of like you end up seeing things from different multidimensional perspectives. And so without getting too, quantum on you guys about it, just think of it as, new screens, new TV screens kind of turning on within your awareness that is allowing you to see through a different lens. And so some of us have a very clairvoyant screen. Some of us have a very premonition-based screen where we're doing a lot of dream time or lucid dreaming or astral travel. Some of us have more of a screen on the systems and on the inner workings of the energy in that. Or some of us have that within the earth, understanding the earth vibrations and understanding the ways in which that all connects. So just notice what screens are turning on for you and how your intuition is evolving, because we are seeing the energy breaking up significantly in all different areas. And when energy breaks up, things break through. Okay, so we're going to start to see ourselves breaking through the cracks of the illusions of the matrix and starting to see past that, and in many different ways. And I also, of course, want to remind you all to pay attention to the earthquakes that are happening. This is going to be a continual thing that represents a lot of that breaking up of energy in a physical sense, and is going to be very important for us to pay attention to as the energy and ley lines of the earth show themselves and how they're transitioning and transforming. Because just as the earth is transforming, we immediately transform with it. We are that connected to it. So we want to pay attention to how that's shifting, because we'll be shifting very similarly if we're not already. And we can feel that within ourselves, the big breakthroughs within ourselves, the energy of the past breaking up and breaking apart so that we can start to break through into the new. We're seeing that in our healing, in our advancements in our purpose, in our gifts, in our skills, in our leadership, and in our relationships. So enjoy this, stay reflective, stay integrative, and really let that fiery energy of the Leo full moon and that leadership, that courage, that boldness, that confidence, let it integrate this week so that you can have even more wisdom to embody all of those energies for connecting even deeper to yourself in the future. And preserve and protect your energy, okay? Make sure that you're protecting your energy. Keep your shields up. Breathe deeply. Imagine, force fields of energy around you that are keeping you safe whenever you go into crowds or areas that make you feel vulnerable. Make sure the amount of things that you're giving others, you're also receiving back in a balanced way, whether it's from them or just in other ways. Make sure that input and output is equal, okay? Super important to stay balanced during all of these intense times. All right, everybody. So those are all the spirit messages. Let's jump right into the astrology messages of this week. I'm going kind of quick and keeping it simple and quick for you all today because the energy is moving quick. So we might as well match it, right? So let's jump into the astrology. So today we have Mercury retrograde starting. And this is interesting that it's starting on the last day of January as we move into February, taking some of that truth and integrity energy and then moving into wisdom. And so with that, I feel like the Mercury retrograde is going to be an opportunity for us to maybe not have as many frustrating conversations or triggering expressions, but more so to be able to go within and to understand that we have a true expression within ourselves that is really ready to come out. And we're going to start to learn how to navigate that. So we may have more awkwardness in communication as we learn how to express our inner awareness, our inner perspectives, and how we learn how to express our wisdom. Okay, so it feels a lot less combative outside of us and maybe a little bit more of an interpersonal struggle in a communicative way for the Mercury retrograde. So pay attention to how you're feeling internally. Pay attention to if you're speaking what you really feel. Pay attention to if you're embodying what you really speak and feel, and get a harmony going with that. Let this Mercury retrograde be what you kind of sharpen in that way. So this is a good energy, and it's of course also in Aquarius. Mercury retrogrades in Aquarius, so we have an innovative aspect to this where we get to reinvent ourselves through that truth, through expressing that wisdom. We get to really step into a full expression of all of that and learn what that feels like and what that means for us. And this is going to be great. This is going to help us feel more independent. And it's also going to help us serve humanity in a bigger way and in a more purposeful way based on our unique skills and our unique attributes. So this is a beautiful energy. It really, really does feel good. And I want you to keep that energy of feeling good through the Mercury retrograde, because we don't want to always associate it with something negative, because it's never negative. It's always eye-opening. And this one's going to be a really nice one as well. All right, so then tomorrow, which is the 1st of February, 2121, which is a powerful, powerful energy. We've got double 21s. And so this is an energy of alignment within duality, or duality aligned. Okay, so this is the duals within ourselves, the shadow, the light, the opposites, the masculine and feminine, all of those aspects of ourselves, the left and right brain. Finding a balance, finding a harmony, finding a way to work together and align for the greater good. So this is a really great energy. And Venus enters Aquarius tomorrow, which will be the 5th planet in Aquarius. So that means we've got Venus, Mercury, the Sun, Jupiter, and Saturn all in Aquarius. And this is a big energy. Like I said, it's a fast-paced energy. It's an innovative energy. It's an independent energy. And it's a liberating energy based on your unique expression. So I just wanted to break down a little bit of each planet. Of course, like we just talked about, the Mercury retrograde in Aquarius is helping us express our inner truth outside of us. And the Sun is affecting our personality and our actions. So that's got an Aquarian energy of being more independent and expressive of our unique essence. Jupiter is helping us to expand in that unique essence and in that innovative, freeing energy. And then Saturn is helping us take responsibility for the way that we serve and the way that we step into our purpose in those unique and liberating ways. Okay, so all of this happening all of this week. Then we also have the Sun squaring Mars, which is really stepping us into passionate action and healed passionate action. So making sure that we're acting from our healed place and acting on our passionate energy, on our love vibration, on our desires, on our drive, on our dedication, but we're doing it from a healed place, not a wounded place, okay? And then finally, on the 6th of February, which is Saturday, this is a day where Venus is really taking over. We're going to feel a lot of creativity and love energy. Venus conjuncts Saturn that day, which helps us to take responsibility for how we're loving ourselves and loving others and how we're serving with love. And then we see Venus sextiling Chiron as well, which is where we're going to start to heal through the pleasure and beauty we see in the world and start to heal any darkness through more beauty and expression of that. And then Venus squares Uranus as well this day. So like I said, lots of Venus activations. And of course, we saw Venus in Aquarius as well at the top of the week. So much Venus energy, beauty, love, and harmony. So Venus squaring Uranus is all about creating something from the wisdom you've learned and from the things that you've healed from in the past. and creating beautiful things, pleasurable things, that Venus energy, okay? And make sure you guard against any drama and allow change, be open to change and feel loving towards change this week with all that Aquarius energy as well, okay? How does everybody feel? How are those messages resonating? Comment and let me know what you're vibing with right now as we pull a few cards for summary. And then we'll send ourselves on our merry first week of Feb. I can't believe it's already February. It's happened so fast. There's so much moving energy. And I know a lot of you are really excited for the spring and the summer showing up soon. So, as we finish out these last few weeks or even months of winter for some of us, just remind yourselves of, the appreciation you can have for the winter months and the ways in which we were able to go within. And make sure, if you haven't had a chance to really take advantage of some of that hibernation energy of winter, that you do that, because we are going to have a lot of rapid movement continuing into spring and summer, and it's already starting. So this is your chance to get in your last bits of rest and rejuvenation before we really hit it hard in spring and summer, because there's going to be a lot of productivity, a lot of innovation, a lot of just beautiful, beautiful prosperity very, very soon, and lots of movement. So it's going to get even busier, even crazier. So get prepared. All right, first card for the week is Believe. Believe, and this is all about our faith, our trust, and our alignment in it. Really trusting in our hearts. This energy is so, so beautiful in the heart center. Believe in what you desire and you will achieve it, okay? The card itself, it says, the force that works through your soul, determining what's possible or impossible, the difference between success over failure, and above all, who you are, is the power of your belief. Your belief is one of the most powerful forces. And if you don't believe in what you want, if you don't believe in yourself, if you don't believe in the power of your unique expression, your unique skills, then you won't see the power of it, because you've already put a limit on the way in which it can be expressed. So don't limit yourself by limiting your belief, okay? Middle of the week is the nature card. We feel this card really strongly in our connection to earth and our connection to our groundedness, our connection to our root chakra. We talked about that last week. We're going to see more connections to our root chakras in regards to healing the root, activating the root, and expanding our power there. So any family relationships, any things that are generationally based in healing, anything that we need to really step stronger into for our own security and stability and self-power. The end. All right, you guys, we're back. Again with the camera battery. I swear I'm gonna have to get like a camera battery extension or something. I don't know, but we're back. We're at the last card, so let's get it. We've got this. Last card of the week is the Star card. Okay, the Star card. And if I didn't finish this nature card, I just want to finish out by saying, grounding into your natural essence, grounding into the nature within you, and the way in which your root chakra is helping you to connect to that and connect to that stability and structure within yourself. That's a huge deal. So make sure you're doing that kind of healing, okay? Didn't want to cut the end of that card off. But last card of the week is Star. And this is where we activate our star power. We activate our purpose, our soul growth, our soul service. This is really that energy of blast off and leveling up into the next aspect of ourselves, okay? So this is the result. This is the result of believing in ourselves, believing in our ability to reach new heights, for stepping into the true nature of that essence that is meant to reach that new height, and then fully embodying it with our star power at the end of the week, okay? So let me know if you got that last card. Let me know with a thumbs up or a heart. And I hope this reading resonated with you. Thank you for your patience with the battery, the camera battery. We're going to do better at keeping the camera charged. That was definitely my bad. So I take responsibility for that one today. And I hope you all have a wonderful, wonderful week. Make sure to send this reading to anybody who you feel like will resonate. Make sure you also watch it repeatedly throughout the week if you need those reminders to keep you going. I love you so much. Check out the past readings as well and the description links in this video for more one-on-one work with me. I'll talk to you soon. And also, before I go, I just want you guys to know I'm going to be doing some pretty cool launching campaigns for some merchandise, some Rissa Vibes merchandise that will be available very, very soon. So I'll be counting that down on my Instagram and other platforms and on here. So pay attention to that because that will be a really, really exciting way for you to, just kind of embody more of this web of light community that we've been creating for the past 2.5 years by just being able to rep it with something that you're wearing and just feeling that energy of community wherever you go. All right. I love you so much. Have a good one, and I'll see you next time. Peace.